I'm always amazed by people's ability to pay their mortgage off early. I can't wait for you to meet 34-year-old Brandon Parks. Now, I've known Brandon for more than 20 years, but only recently learned he's been mortgage-free since the age of 32. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Hi,
so nice to
you.
see you. It's been
You
so
as well.
long. Sit down.
Thanks.
Have a seat. Brandon, when did you buy your first house?
2002, I guess. I was about 23. We moved out to the East End and saw the value of my parents' house appreciate a little bit, and I think that was kind of my push to do what I could to stay away from renting and just get right into buying a place outside of school.
And where was that for house again?
That was in Pickering, down in the East End. It was a 3-bedroom townhouse, good spot for me to start. I was able to put down about 25%, which worked out to close to $50,000 at the time.
I remember going to a summer party at your house. That house was really nice.
That was for my sister's 30th. I do remember that actually. Yeah, it was actually my second place. I only stayed in the first one for just over a year, just kind of watching the markets and learning a little bit as I go, I guess. I've actually bought and sold a few more times now. When I was 32, I was actually able to buy my 4th place cash.
That must have been a crazy experience.
It was pretty amazing. I still remember walking into the bank to do that last kind of lump payment, and even how I felt walking out of there. It was pretty amazing. I've still hung on to that place actually, and I've got it tenanted out, so it is generating close to $2,000 a month, which makes everything else quite more manageable.
Was it always your plan to be mortgage-free at such a young age?
It was always in my mind. Paying it down when you can is always important. I know a lot of people have always wanted to be able to do things like pay off your mortgage and be mortgage-free. I was never making that much money. I was, $45,000 or so a year and single income, but every little bit helps. And little things like just structuring your payments properly and being prepared for those type of things makes a big difference.
And I understand that you are in the process of selling yet another house.
Yeah, we are selling and buying right now, so it'll be number 5 in about 10 years, I guess.
And you say we, so you're buying with your now girlfriend, but you've had a not so good experience buying with a girlfriend before.
Yeah, I guess a little while back, we tried to upsize one house, the 2 of us together, and we actually had to go our separate ways at the time. Trying to avoid the pitfalls of backing out of a deal, we decided to push forward and find kind of a cohabitating tenant. And it worked out great. Having the extra cash flow coming in was fine, kind of to balance out what I was expecting to have as a couple, and it was great.
So the road to being mortgage-free can be very bumpy.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, you have good days and bad. I think just through my trials and tribulations so far, you learn kind of how to pick up things on the go. I've become a kind of frequent flyer of Home Depot. Seem to be there quite often, but doing little things. But you do learn a lot as you go. I've been building decks on each of my properties so far as kind of my increasing knowledge product as I go.
The reason I was so surprised that you've been able to be mortgage-free by the age of 32 is I go on Facebook and I just see photo after photo of you having a great time with your friends and family. Not exactly the picture of a guy who's focused on saving money.
Yeah, it's balance, you're right. And I think the important part is having, making sure you still have enough time for fun and make sure you have all these other things too. And having a plan in place so you can do all of those things. And we just booked a trip to Vegas in May. Nice. For a wedding, and we're going to do Paris in the fall if things, play down the right path. So,
now, I hope you don't mind me asking, but what's your net worth today?
Well, I don't have any debts, no credit card debts, no car payments, nothing whatsoever right now. So I'd probably say it's around $500,000.
And you're now using your experience, and you've kind of parlayed it into a brand new career.
Yeah, I was always a business guy in school. I've always been good with math and numbers. And I'm actually working now as a financial planner with Investors Group. Yeah, it's given me the opportunity to do what I enjoy and do what I'm passionate about, but share it with others too. So I've had some great opportunities to work with families and work with people and help them get some of those goals fulfilled. What
is your best advice? Young people wanting to buy a house, save some money.
Yeah, 2 things that pop into mind. Don't procrastinate, start right away. Even if it's a small amount, find a way to get it started. I've kind of found a good little quote that it's easier to prepare than to repair, which I kind of like.
I like that too.
And get professional advice. Everyone thinks, they hear stuff, put money here, put money there. If you sit down and talk to somebody, they'll steer you in the right direction, and you'll be laughing down the road.
Brandon, you truly are a super saver. Thanks so much for doing the show.
Oh, no problem. It was fun. Thanks.